It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, Delta. 5.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Check down to Breida. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
It's a party now. Pilot, 64, reach.
Get him. Check it out, reach.
Second and 6. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
There's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Second down and inches. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
10 Lobo.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Two draw quarters. They go.
They'll look to run with Conner, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw caught here by Bird. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 3rd down, Wilson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. D. Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I'm trying to collect.
Get it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Herbert, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
18 Gator.
Hey, let's go.
6-6. Pull it high. Shoot.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go.
On 2nd down, a run.
Go, run.
They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards on the ground. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Mike. Watch the pass. Hey, Alpha. Yeah, right over there. Yeah.
Here's Breida. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Hey. Hey, Mike, let's go.
Now it's Breida. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready. 15 line. Check right. Recon, hit it.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert gets this one left side to Pettis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That'll be complete. Pick up on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give running right, Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson steps away, and he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play action. It's Wilson. He gets it to Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. All day.
One left.
You got time. You got time right there.
Friday.
Turn it up. Kill, turn it up.
No pass.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
You ain't got nothing.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Got the back judge right there to say incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
We got
The
this.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44s. They try again on first down. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw again is Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. The 15-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with their safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to his left, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it 24-13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 10 Loba. Check, 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 check.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but now it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 4. On third down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now a give coming right is Breida. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
60 outlaw.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On third down, a run from Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And an alley to run. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now Wilson on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Mike 58 right there. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Check.
Get it. They run with Breida. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And all the way to the opposite 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterback...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 7.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made.